Beautiful, fantastic, whatever day you are today, Wednesday. So I am absolutely freaking exhausted. We had the craziest freaking windstorm come through northern Utah yesterday. It was freaking crazy. So Dave went out and did a minor property assessment damage, but it was dark. So we have this beautiful, blessed forested area behind our house. And I am certain that we have lost some gigantic trees. There's no way it didn't happen. So that always makes me sad. I love our trees, but as far as what we can see, no damage to around here, but man, like we have our trampoline tied down. Otherwise that thing would have been airborne for sure. We lost a trash can. It's scattered all over the backyard. Since we're siding our house, and oh my gosh, you guys, it is looking so freaking cool. Oh my word. So we have our house. So our house, when we first bought it, it has all cream colored siding. It has all white window trim. It's supposed to have rock on it, but they didn't put rock on it, which I don't know why they didn't. So it's actually created an issue around the bottom of the house where the water has got in to some of our siding because they did it sketchy. And then the porch is really cool and big. It's super tall. I don't even know. We'd have to ask Dave because I suck at guessing. I bet it's like 12 feet tall. Maybe, I don't know. I'm so not good at that. Anyway, it has these dumb, like plastic white columns on it. Had dumb white plastic columns. And so Dave has ripped out the porch. He has replaced it with these super cool, big, gigantic wood like rustic looking things, and they're all accented with black, like black, cool looking. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Can you tell? Anyways, cool black accents and cool black lights, rusticy lights. And so now he's doing the porch, and we replaced the windows. So the trim on the windows are all black. The siding is as dark as he would let me go because it warps in Utah from the sun. So it's a really kind of like, it's a darker brown siding. And then I so don't know, even though my husband does siding, I don't know what the pieces are called. The accents around everything are a lighter colored brown. And then he let me do super dark, almost brown, dark chocolate colored, the shakes. Those are the things that look like the cool little like wood, cool bippity bops that you put in the, anyway, it's going to be cool. I can't wait to show it to you. The porch is coming along and it is looking even more amazing than what I probably ever could have imagined. So super exciting. And it's so cool. Lisa, I'm in an emotional state right now. The twins went to school for testing, first time in school. Oh, they'll be fine. I know, Mama, it's hard. Okay. So I am loving life this morning. I'm always loving life, but I'm loving life on a even grander scale because, man, these past couple of weeks, I feel like I went through March and it was chaos, complete freaking chaos the whole entire month. And now April is being so beautiful to my soul. I have had the most glorious, soul delicious connections with people. I have met some new people. I have just people that are like those ones that are like, man, this person is just resonating with me and this person is good for my progression. So beautiful connections. I also realized earlier this month, I was like, man, my hair has changed And then I was like, this is really cool. And I am like amazed because you know how when you're cleaning your house, you find your hair everywhere. So I was doing something the other day and I found one of my hairs and I was like, this isn't my hair. And I'm like, well, yeah, it is. I mean, it was obvious that it was my hair because I think I pulled it like right off my shirt. I'm like, this is my hair. And so for a minute, I started looking at it and I'm like, this is not what my normal hair strand looks like. And so I realized that through balancing myself and through my journey with my health, my hair strand is thicker than it used to be. And so that was kind of like a cool moment for me. And I was like, well, that makes sense because when I'm drying my hair, it's taking forever, which is the downside. And good morning. Hello, Janelyn. So the downside to that is, and Janelyn, you can tell me if I'm like smoking, inappropriate substances right now, but I'm right. Healthy hair takes longer to heal. My hair strands have changed. And so it's taking forever to dry my hair. But I'm like, my hair strands are thicker than they used to be. And it's really cool because I was like, oh, without even knowing it, right? I balanced and made my hair healthier. And I'm like, this is really super kind of cool. And so that's the cool thing that I love about getting in tune with yourself and vibrating at this higher level. You just don't realize some of the amazing things that happen to you, some of the connections that you make with people. The universe starts feeding you nutritious, soul delicious, super cool things. But here's the kicker, and this is why it's so cool. As a practitioner, we focus on anything can cause anything. So even a client I was working with yesterday, she's telling me something specific. And I'm like, well, let's let your subconscious find what's actually going on. Because yeah, we can be like, oh, your hip hurts. Okay, let's start looking at your hip. When in reality, it could be your tooth is out of balance and it's creating a hip problem. Or you have you crashed on your bicycle when you were 5 and it's causing your hip problem. So anything can cause anything. And that's why this works so beautifully. So, okay. I really don't have anything specific that I was going to talk about because I've been just having such a soul delicious morning. So I'm going to do a shout out for some cool stuff. Now, before I came into this beautiful realm that I now live in, I thought energy healing was hocus pocus, and I didn't believe any of it because I've gone to school, I've got, research degrees, and I'm like, no, I don't believe in stuff that can't be backed by data. That's just how my little cranium was working. And then I think that was the beautiful thing is I got this book and I realized that as I was going along, that energy healing is backed by data. So very much so. Quantum healing energy, like you name it, tests, kinesiology, muscle testing, like it's all there. And I have packed full research, Harvard, Stanford, doctors, you name it, you can find it. And so I think that's when I was like, wait a minute, maybe this is real. And then I started seeing it happen for myself. And I was like, oh, how can I keep this to myself? And then I realized that I could help other people. And I'm like, ooh, this seems really not okay to not be helping other people. Now, right, I help people and then they tell other people and everybody's like, right. And now my schedule is blowing up. It's out of control, but it is beautiful. So I wanted to tell you, also, when I started, I was super skeptical about stones and gems. I'm like, whatever, right? I don't need all this stuff. And then I had this impression to go to this store that's downtown. And I went there with my son, my 21-year-old. And I was like, well, I don't know what we're doing in here. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, but we're going to find a stone and it's going to just tell us that we need it. And he's like, okay. Because sometimes I really think my kid, like he totally believes this stuff because he's seen it happen. But at the same time, he's like, you're a little off your rocker, which is totally cool. I'm good with that. That's my inner child playing fetch. Playing fetch. That sounds not playing catch. It's my inner child playing catch. I don't actually play catch. I can't catch a ball because when the ball comes to me, I close my eyes. Okay. So I find this beautiful stone, right? It's resonating with me. It's a peacock stone. Whole story behind that, right? With the peacock face and my ancestral helping me, yada, yada. So I start realizing that these stones have connections with my spirit guides, with ancestors, with some of your ancestors, with opening up and allowing that energy flow. And so now different people that have passed away for me have different stones, and different stones for me have different meanings and whatever. So I'm doing a shout out because if you're into this kind of stuff, you got to check out this Etsy site. Here's why I love it. I have ordered stones before or bought stones at a store, and then I get them home and I'm like, I actually have no idea what this stone is called. It just looked kind of cool. And so the cool thing about it is people have looked into this stuff and they mean things. And so I loved this little cool place that I found. So it's called New Moon Beginnings and it is on Etsy. And here's why I'm totally loving it. Okay. So let's focus in. Okay. Comes with this really cool card. So one of the many stones that I bought, I got an emerald. This is a raw emerald. It doesn't want to focus. It's too little. Anyway, you don't need to actually be able to read it. I just want to tell you. So they come with this. So here's my emerald. Okay. And it comes with this super cool little card. So it tells you all about what this stone is for, love, wisdom, harmony. So the reason that I use these is because when your subconscious wants to release something, oftentimes it wants a specific stone and we're pulling energy out of it. And so you'll, like I'm doing all this jazz and breathing, releasing. And so I have different stones for different people. So like this one I just got, this is my grandfather. No, that's not him. This is my grandfather that passed away. Stones have crazy names like dinosaurs, right? So I don't know how to say any of them. This is a chia stolite. This is a protection, harmony, grounding. So this is one of my grandfathers. How do I know whose stone goes with who? They tell me. It's an impression. I actually just bought these based off of, I was like, ooh, is this one I need? Yes. Okay. And then when they came and I started holding them, that's how I know. So this is my other grandfather's. His is green calcite, prosperity, emotional balance, and stress relief, which I picked these as I felt them before I actually read the cards, which these all make a really good sense to me because my grandpa was a doctor. So prosperity, emotional balance, and stress relief, and some of the other things that this does, revitalizing the spirit, dissolving all the energy patterns. Like this is totally up his alley. Whereas my other grandpa was super into like outdoorsy fishing. So this is very much a grounding, harmony, protection stone. And then I actually ran across one that is my boy's dad. His stone is missing in action right now. Oh, his is a pink tourmaline. His is love, spirituality, and heart. And once again, I didn't read any of these cards. I just was like, oh, here's his. And that's really cool to me because he had a very like really strong, almost what I would call lovable feminine side to him. And so this stone definitely makes sense. And then my last one, because I lost my grandmother recently too. Hers is definitely without a doubt turquoise. Hers is protection and communication, master healing. She's a master of everything. So, and then I had to dive into this super beautiful one that I will show you because it's big enough you can see it. I have some that are just super cool looking. And this is, these sit like right on the front. Isn't that cool? So this is celestite and this is stress relief, calming, and uplifting. So I have 3 really cool ones that look more like this, like rough edge stuff that I keep right in front of me when I'm practicing because they're just freaking awesome, like unicorns. So if you do a session with me, you'll hear me doing this a lot. Sounds like I'm doing dishes, but it's just all my stones. And this is my other favorite. This is the amethyst, but those are my raw cut ones. Anyway, I wanted to do a shout out because it was really cool. I got all those things. And then she has some healing bath things. And I haven't taken a bath forever. And I decided yesterday, Dave was really cool. He took Taste into soccer practice and I indulged myself in a bath, which was totally not me. The other cool thing is check these out. So I just got little tea lights because I wasn't sure yet if I would like them, but she sells these in bigger sizes. But oh my hello, these are so delicious. These are little chakra tea lights. And so she sells them in bigger ones, but they smell amazing. And look how freaking cool that is. They have little stones on the top of them. I am in love with these. They smell really good. I love this. I love them. Like I tried to get into, you may have saw my video where I tried to light my office on fire. It's actually a trend for me. If you haven't seen it, I'll show you. It's actually a trend for me to light my office on fire. And I'm going to show you this quick. But I tried to, no bueno, and I can't stand the smell of them. It was a little bit, I was hesitant to buy the chakras because I thought, ooh, if these smell like incense, I'm not going to be for it because I just can't get into it. I don't like the smell, but they don't smell anything like this. So this is when I lit my office on fire. I was releasing an energy attachment with a client, and I, not even joking to you, no wind flow, no window open, no fan going. Her entity must have not wanted to be released because this sucker flew off of my desk and right into my candle and lit on fire, went up in flames. I'm on video call with her and it's burning. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need you to hold on a second because my desk is currently on fire. And so, yeah. Amber, are you talking about an actual stone that is amber? I do not have one in front of me, and I would have to look because I don't know for sure what it is. I am not the master of the stones. Okay, guys, so I'm going way over. What socks am I wearing today? And then I have something to tell you that I am going to ask you to help me with. So I have socks today. They're kind of matching my shirt here. This is my happy place. And I have these really cool matching socks. So I'm wearing these. They're kind of sort of back to St. Patrick's Day, but they match my shirt. So we're going with it. We're rocking it. Yeah, Amber, I would have to look. I know they have one on that website, but I would have to go and look and see what it is. But I really should get one because, well, you should get one for your name, obviously. I don't actually have an Amber right now. Okay. Socks we're giving away on Friday. Share a video. You get entered to win. Or if you're one of my top fans, they're pancake socks because you should have pancakes for breakfast. Even if you're doing keto, you can have keto pancakes. Okay, so here's the other thing I need your help with. I just set up my Google business account, and I am going to do a $50 Visa gift card. And how you can be entered to get one of these, I will randomly select from whoever does this. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, or you've been watching me, you do not have to have done a session with me to do this, because I have lots of people who reach out and they're like, you help me all the time just when I come on in the mornings or Mondays or whatever. So you can do this. It doesn't have to be that you had a session. You can just be like, Amy's energy is so blah, blah, blah. I love it. I wake up every morning and I'm like, wow, let's have a cup of Amy. But is what I'm going to do is I'm going to post my link to my new Google business page because I'm going to directly link it to my website for reviews. This is scaring me slightly, but I'm doing energy work on myself and manifesting that no crappy people will just go post a review to be a crappy person. But if they do, whatever, we'll deal with the crappy people. I personally wouldn't want to put a crappy review on a witch's page. I'm just saying it's probably not good for your psychological, physical, or mental health. And I also, Lisa, do you know how much I want to do a podcast? Podcast takes this thing that I currently do not have, which is time. So that is what is holding me back from doing the podcast is time. But yes, it is still on my list to do. I haven't bagged it. It's not like it's not in my progression, but yes. Okay. So I'm going to post the link to it. I will share it with you. Then you can go, you can post a review. I will give everyone an entry for your review. I love you too. I will give everyone a review for putting one in so that I just personally, for me, I think it means more like I can go post reviews on my page all day, but I feel like actually setting them up where they're a Google review where people know that I'm just not like typing up, Janice said, and he's so cool. And it, it just looks like I'm making them all up, which I'm not, but there we go. Okay, guys. So love you lots. I have nothing else to talk about this morning. Sending you beautiful energy for the day. And I hope you smile today. I hope something just makes you happy and you giggle like a little kid. That's what I hope for you. All right, guys, love you. Have a fantastic